read through the years, and we've read a lot of Christian living books that have been really helpful to our faith. And so we just want to share some of our favorite ones to you that maybe you can check out if you're interested. The first one we're going to talk about is called Lies Young Women Believe by Nancy Lee DeMoss and Dana Gresh. They're both really, really great authors. And in this book, they dive into just a lot of the truths, the lies that teens and young ladies believe about themselves, about God, and it just really takes down what's true and what's not true. So I found this book to be very helpful in my faith and to help me decide to realize what God really thinks of me.
I totally need to read that book. I haven't read that yet. It's been on my list for like years. It's so good. Okay, so my first book is called Perfectly Unique, Praising God from Head to Foot. It's by Annie F. Downs, and she is like a really good author. I read a lot of her books, and later I'm going to show you another one of hers. It just totally, like breaks it down of like all the ways that you need to praise God with everything you got, not just part of you, or just on Sundays or whatever. So that's a really great book. I would check her out, Annie F. Downs. I'd recommend all her books.
Yeah, I haven't read as many of her as you, but the ones I've read are really, really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next book, this is an old edition, because I got it at the thrift store, gotta love that, right? But it's called Becoming More Than a Good Bible Study Girl by Lisa TerKeurst. She is one of my all-time favorite Christian authors. She has written so many great books, devotionals and Christian living books about women and stuff. And this book really dives into making your faith a reality 24/7 rather than just showing up for church or Bible studies, and to make it more of your lifestyle. So I would check her out, Lisa TerKeurst, one of the best Christian authors I've read.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of these books we'll buy either like online or, at yard sales even we'll get them.
Anyway, find good books.
Oh, Community Aid.
Yes.
You should check them out. Their books are like 50 cents, $1. Like,
I got 9 hardcovers for $4.50 once.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Never
it's
beat
crazy.
that.
Alright, the next books I want to show y'all. There are 2 books by the same authors, Girl Defined and Love Defined, by Kristen Clark and Bethany Baird. They're sisters who write about really good stuff. They both dive into like what it's like to be a Christian girl, how to follow God. Then Love Defined is a lot about like relational stuff. And like who doesn't need that, right? So those are really good books. I would check them out on YouTube. They have great content. That's it. Every single Wednesday, they have great stuff. So check out Girl Defined, YouTube, Instagram. They're on all the places.
They're our favorite. Like when we heard about them, we watched like all the videos, the books.
Yeah,
So good.
Definitely.
And they're young too. That's the nice thing, because like they're 30s, so they're more relatable.
Young 30s. They've been putting stuff out for a long time.
Yeah, several years. So they have a lot of content.
Oh, and they have a blog, Girl Defined blog. That's also really good. They have like guest writers and stuff and articles about all sorts of different things.
Yeah, they're really great. My next book is by Robin Jones Gunn. It's called Victim of Grace: When God's Goodness Prevails. And so she is a great fictional author. Pro tip, you can look her up. But when I found out she had a devotional, I instantly wanted it. So this did not disappoint me at all. It was all about God's goodness and how He's faithful to us even when we're not faithful to Him. It just really helps us pursue Him in a more real, tangible way, rather than just like reading words off the Bible. It helps us to live it out and how to God's plan for us and stuff like that. So this book I would definitely recommend, Victim of Grace.
Very cool. My next book is really cool. It's by Sarah Clarkson. It's called Journeys of Faithfulness, Stories of Life and Faith for a Young Christian Woman. And this one's really cool because it's more of like a, kind of like a Bible study book. So she tells stories of women in the Bible or girls in the Bible she tells it kind of like a story, like a fiction. And then at the end, there's like a devotional application, and then there's even like Bible study, like there's questions and passages to look up. And then she has what's called the Journey Journal, so you can like write down stuff. This book was so good. It has like different parts. This is Esther, and then this is Ruth. Like she just goes through key women in the Bible, and that was a really, really neat study. And I have done this. I just don't usually write in my books. So here's an idea. What I usually do is I'll get like lots of notebooks because I love notebooks, and I have way too many.
Yes.
And I'll just like write down like page numbers and like question 1, and I'll just like write it all out in my notebook. That way I can blend my books out and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
or redo it.
Journals of Faithfulness, that is a really cool book.
Alright, for my next book, it is called Set Apart Femininity by Leslie Liddy. This is one of her newer books. Her and her husband have written probably dozens of books on
Lots of books.
relationships, on manhood, womanhood, and all in God's.
Motherhood. She's a mom.
Yeah, we haven't read those ones yet, but we will. We will. So this one is particularly about teens, young ladies, and how they have like their calling and who God calls them to be. And so this book I actually went through with my mom, and it's very helpful just to realize God's actual design rather than how culture tells us we have to live. Lots of really great truths in here. I want to reread it for my next one.
Yeah, and I haven't read it yet, so
Yeah.
I'll probably be getting it from us.
It's so good. So good.
Alright. Just a couple more books. We'll try to get through these fast. This one, I confess, I have not finished it yet. I actually just started it a few days ago. It's called The Best Yes by Lisa Tokrist, same author that she had a book from. It is really good. It's all about like making decisions and when to say no, when to say yes to people, and finding God's best for your life. Real quick, my last book is by Annie F. Downs, just like the other one. It's called 100 Days to Breathe. So it's all these short little devotionals, very cute. And each day there's only a couple pages to read, and then it's broken up in different sections. So I use it as part of my Bible study time, and it only takes like 2 minutes, but it's a really, really good read.
Alright, and my last book I actually had to read for a college class, so I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. But it is called Cold Case Christianity by J. Warner Wallace. The subtitle says, "A homicide detective investigates the claims of the gospel." So basically, he was a homicide detective. He knew all the things, but he didn't have a faith in God. So he was investigating the Bible and other historical documents from that time to see if they add up, and he used the same methods he used in like his actual detective mysteries and stuff. And so through this book, it just really helped me realize how much proof there is for the Bible. It just made me more confident in even defending my faith, just showing how much evidence there is that the Bible is true and that's God's only word. So this is a good book for apologetics and defending your faith.
Very cool. Well, that wraps up our top Christian books. Now, obviously, there's millions
Dozens
of them out there. Yeah. We both had like a lot more on our bookshelves, but that might just be part 1. So watch out for more content. So hit the subscribe button if you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up.
Hit that bell.
Thanks so much for watching, and tune in next time.